You guys, welcome to another drawing video. It's the Darkinator, and Fortnite just released a bunch of new skins, and one of the cool ones that I've chosen to do a tutorial on is Malcore. So let's go hop into the drawing screen, or my tablet rather, and I'll show you how to do it. Alrighty guys, to begin drawing Malcore, we're first going to start by drawing his head first. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to work on his face shape. So I like to start, the sides of the face first, just because it's a lot easier, and my favorite side to start with is the left side, of course, because I'm right-handed. So we're going to shape just his cheekbone here, and then beneath that cheekbone we're going to have a jawline, just like this. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, try getting it proportionate and similar to the other side, like that. That line is a little too far. And then we're going to draw his other jawline, like that. Okay? Very boxy shaped face. And now, we're going to draw this kind of hairline piece area. And that is going to start and form into horns, okay? And we're going to draw a curve shaped like this, curl it out like that, come in like this, a nice fat edge right here, and that's going to thin out to this side, come out again like so, and then pull it on in to that edge of the face. We're going to try and repeat the same shape to its counter side. So let's do that. Come in like this, try my hardest to make it look similar. Curl in, come in this way, make it nice and fat at the edge there, and then pull it in, nice skinny horn right there, and then do the same thing for that. And yeah, looks similar ish. And now let's draw the ears, sharp pointy ears right there, and then the center part of his head, which we're going to be drawing some more horns, guys. Brace yourselves. So we got a horn here coming out. It's like a straight goat horn looking thing, or no, bull, like a bull cow. And the other side. Now we're gonna work on the inner pieces or details of the inside of his horn kind of crown, as well as a centerpiece here that is actually an eyeball. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use thin lines to define the shape and the flow of the horns, like that. And then we're gonna draw his facials. So we're going to be drawing a scowl, like he's grimacing, and his eyebrows are going to be pushed downwards with curls at the ends here. And then we're going to be drawing some horns that kind of frame the brow, the top of the brow, with the brow bone. And then we're going to draw the eyes right beneath that. See how easy that was doing it that way? And we're going to be drawing a fat nose for him because he has like a fat pointy nose, kind of like the Reaper's nose. Okay, but if you were looking at the Reaper's nose from the front. So we're going to start with curved in, like you're drawing a heart, curved in at the top, and then it narrows down straight. And same thing for this side, curved in and narrows down straight. A straight line, I mean. Then we're going to draw his mouth, which is just like a smirk, and a lower lip line. And then some horns that kind of crown the edges of his face. Just like that, and yeah. Looks good so far. It looks like, hold on, let me fix this line right here. Looks like Malcore so far. I think I'm going to put some underlined bags here to make him look that much more, you know, evil, I guess. And we're going to go ahead and draw his, like, I don't know what you call that, like a shawl around his neck. And it comes down midway point of his body, okay? So we're going to go with just rough, wrinkled shapes to the shawl, okay? So let's start. You got to put action and, you know, life into your line work if you want it to come out with nice shapes like I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? I like it. We'll go with it. Then I'm going to draw some wrinkle definition here. And here's a trick I'm going to show you guys. So if you want to add volume to clothes or just something that is kind of like layered on top of wrinkles. You know what I mean? Like a wrinkle on top of a wrinkle, and they vary in size. I'm going to show you this thing here. So I'm going to start with this. I'm going to pick a different brush. I'm going to start with like a line that kind of swoops downwards like this, kind of following the contours of the outer wrinkle shape of his shawl. And then I'm going to follow the lower contour of the bottom part of the shawl and come up like this. Then I'm going to come over a little bit to this edge. And then I'm going to go to the other side right here, and I'm going to come in like this, kind of following this line right here that's by his jawline right there. And then I'm going to pull in like this and then come out like that. And it just adds volume to this piece of shawl. Like that. Okay? Looks pretty good. It makes it look like it's volumized. So now, let's work on his shoulders. Really beefy, sharp edge shoulder shapes. Okay? And I'm going to add a horn right here. Do the same thing for the other side, except this horn is a little bit bigger. I don't want to do that. And then like that. There we go. And the other part of the shoulder. Come in right here. Make the edge of the bicep, or that's like the tricep, the bottom part of the bicep. Yeah, that's a tricep. And then the bicep. And then we're going to come into the forearm like so. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other arm, which is a little easier because it's hidden. And then the underside of that arm. And then we're going to draw some frills at the edge of where his elbow would be. So do that. Start drawing the placeholder base for starting his hand, and this is like the wrist. And then we're going to finish off the fins. Or frills, or whatever you want to call it. Now, I want to do the hands. Okay, like so. Big thumb, I always draw the thumb first. Then I'll draw the finger first, the index finger. And then I'll start over here and kind of come in to draw the middle-ish finger and then the pinky. And it's just easier doing it that way for me anyways. And this is easier because it's literally just fingers that are ranging in longest to shortest. Alright, now I'm going to draw some indication of nail hair that separates nail from flesh. And then we're going to draw these black spots that kind of pattern mostly the upper part of his body. So he's got patterns here, and he's got like skin pattern here, but these aren't black patterns. Hold on. Here we go. Here's some more black patterns skimming the outside of his shoulder. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. And then they kind of taper off in other size patterns, smaller ones that are circular in shape throughout the edge of the trim pattern part. It probably makes no sense, but you're seeing what I'm doing. To understand. So like circular shapes for varying and breaking up that pattern there. And then we're going to start drawing his ripped shirt, commando looking shirt. And I'm going to start right here and kind of build out like this. Sketchy, sketchy. Some wrinkles there, and a nice little pouch to hold his cigarettes. Or whatever he holds in that little pouch. I'm going to draw his belt area. And he has two belts layered on top of one another. So this belt right here is just a straight metal buckle. So we're going to use some lines to define that metal-ish texture. And then just the pattern of the belt itself, which is basically just lines that put on like that. And then we're going to draw the lower belt, which is actually a buckle shape like this. And the same thing applies. Try not to draw the pattern of the belt line for line. Like, don't make the top pattern lines match up with the lower belt's pattern lines. You know what I mean? Like that. Don't do that, because it just makes it look like it's a unified piece. and it's not. They're two separate belts. So just like this. That's what I mean, and they look like separate belts. Then I'm going to draw some of his leg here, right there, just so it looks like, you know, his full body. And then I'm going to draw his wings. I'm going to draw these fast, like that. And I always draw the wings arm and then the thumb, I guess it would be a thumb, and then the index finger part of the wing, which is what I just did right there. Same thing for this side. That. And then we're just going to build out each wing feather or finger from largest, and then it just gets smaller as it gets closer to the base of the back. This. Oops. I like how that one came out. There we go. And then the membranes that lay between these wing fingers. There we have it. A nice Malcore from Fortnite. Hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Stay tuned for more Fortnite characters because there is going to be a crap ton of them. And that concludes the video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, click the bell icon so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And don't forget to hit subscribe. If you didn't find this drawing video helpful, be sure to go to DrawingHUB.com where you get the step-by-step drawing tutorial video, which is provided in the description below. So be sure to check that out. It's awesome stuff. You can learn how to draw pretty much anything like Fortnite characters and pop culture characters. I also draw live right here on YouTube and also on Twitch TV on the weekdays from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Usually, though, I'm streaming around 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you want to watch awesome art being drawn, hit me up on the YouTube live stream. Thanks so much for viewing, guys, and I hope you stay tuned for other videos.